Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Pollination in plants. As earlier discussed, pollination may be defined as the transfer of pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma. We have the self-pollination and cross-pollination as the different types of pollination. Self-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma of the same flower or another flower on the same stand, while cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma of another flower of another plant but of the same species. The characteristics of cross-pollinated flowers are: 1. Some flowers are protandrous in nature, that is, the anthers matures before the stigma, while others are protogynous in nature, that is, the stigma matures earlier than the anthers. The flowers are unisexual. By this we mean they have the male and female parts borne differently. Some cross-pollinated flowers have sterile stigma which will not accept pollen grains from their own stand. Agents of pollination. We have the water, insects, wind, birds, man, and other animals as agents of pollination. Characteristics of wind and insect pollinated flowers. Wind pollinated flowers are not scented, while the insect pollinated flowers are scented. Wind pollinated flowers are usually not brightly colored, while the insect pollinated flowers are usually brightly colored. Wind pollinated flowers do not possess the nectar, while the insect pollinated flowers possess nectar. Wind pollinated flowers produce large pollen grains, while insect pollinated flowers produce fewer pollen grains. Pollen grains are light and smooth in the wind pollinated flowers, while the pollen grains are rough and spiky and can easily stick to the body of animals in the insect pollinated flowers. In wind pollinated flowers, the stigma stick out from the rest of other parts of the flower for easy pollination by wind, while in insect pollinated flowers, most flowers are specially shaped so as to suit a given insect.